Hey guys, we're so glad you're joining us tonight. I'm Alexis, one of your summer interns this year, and we got a chance, Sarah and I, to actually meet some of you guys this week delivering pizzas. So we just wanted to show you that footage and show you guys what that looked like. So here you are.
This is for the busted hearts. This is for the question marks. This is for the outcast soul, lost control, no one knows. Sing it for the can't go back. Sing it for the broken past. Sing it for the just found out. Life is now upside down. If you're looking for hope tonight, raise your hand. If you feel alone and don't understand, if you're fighting the fight of your life, then stand. We're gonna make it through this hand in hand. And if we fall, we will fall together.
Hey everybody, we are going to continue our weekly intern game. With me, of course, is Sarah and Alexis, and we're going to play a game tonight called Peanut Butter Face. Pretty simple game, pretty much straightforward, but we're throwing some marshmallows into it. So what they're going to do, they're going to start right now. They're going to put peanut butter on their faces and cover up their whole face, as you can see. Yeah, it's gonna get on there, just like a beauty mask. I mean, this is nothing you haven't done before, right? I'm not gonna say into the microphone what she just said. Anyway, we're gonna have them stand after they've covered their faces. They're gonna stand on one end of the table or the other, and there you go. Yeah, that's gonna suck later. And they're going to have 1 minute to throw marshmallows at each other. They got to stand here like statues, and they can't move their faces. They got to grab out of the bag and just get as many onto the other person's face as possible. So the person that has the most on their face at the end of the game is the loser. In case you're wondering, there's no prize. We don't give them anything. They are the summer interns. They do this for glory. They do this for fame and recognition, and so that all of you can laugh. But yeah, so they're just about good. Oh, that looks pretty good. Oh yeah, get the side there. Alexis apparently couldn't do this by herself. So, all right, one end of the table or the other. I will keep track of our timing. What's that? You can. Yeah, I would say you can throw 2 at a time. Two at a time. Well, she's in front of you. Sarah's apparently blind without her glasses, but we'll see what happens. All right, 60 seconds on the clock. I will provide the commentary. Again, remember, you are statues. Okay, you can only move your hands, but look straight at each other's eyes, and then throw marshmallows at your friend. Ready? And set. Go, 60 seconds. Oh my goodness, out of the gate. Alexis, you're moving a lot. You only 2. You have, that one stuck right in the corner. Oh, and then it fell. 40 seconds. Oh my gosh, you guys are way better at this game than I thought you would be. This is not easy. Love it. 30 seconds. And we're 20 seconds. You're picking all of this up off the ground, by the way, when this is over. And 10, 9, I think that was a handful, Sarah. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game over. Oh, my goodness. This is going to take so long to clean up. All right. Come over here real quick. Stand in front of the table. Let's do this. Oh, that one just All right. So, oh no, hold on. All right, you gotta look while looking at the camera. I want you to pull them off your face and count here. Okay. All right. Here, I'm just gonna point. You have 1. Yep. Alexis, count. I don't think so. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I think she got you even without it. So. Yep. And then chin. Yep. 2 down there. 1 on the chin. 1 underneath. Oh no, and yeah, 1 more. There you go. Okay. All right. How many did you get? She got 11, and Alexis, is that more than 11? Technically cheating, but still winning is Sarah. You all saw her throw those handfuls. Anyway, hey, watch this video. We'll be right back.
I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna miss every single one of you. I mean, it wasn't all bad, right? At least you got Baby Yoda, right? 2020!
Hey.
What's up, man? 2020. Good to see you, pal. Have you lost weight? You look great, by the way. Just a couple of tips. In the spring, they're gonna release a documentary called Tiger King. Just number 1, they're gonna hate it at first, but then everyone's gonna love it, okay? And by the way, BT Dub, she did it.
Get out.
Okay. Oh, by the way, the movie Cats, biggest apologies, okay? I really apologize. I'm sorry, okay.
Is that fire? Oh, he's lighting a candle, everyone. What are you doing? Come on, Mike. Don't. Are you listening? I said don't. Whew. I thought there was about to be another.
It's Corona time.
What is that?
Hey, it's Corona time right now.
What's Corona time?
It's Corona.
What's
time.
Corona? Man, that's it, man. I'm gonna go attend a large social gathering, dude. Please, no. I wanna go to Florida. That's it, I'm going anyway.
Large social gatherings? That means we could still meet, right? Of course. That's great. Online. What? We don't know how to do that. Not my job, not my prob.
Well, at least I can still graduate. Oh, man. Money!
We're gonna be rich! Why are they laughing? Don't worry about it. What are you doing?
Oh, me? I'm just planning my vacation for down the Keys this weekend. But now I gotta reserve my week at Disney. Look at this. Oh! Hey, how you doing? We got some unexpected but unwanted surprises for 2020.
Yeah.
All right, sign ya. Guys got a party going on?
Something like that.
All right, take it easy.
What's that? Oh, this? Just something I got for you guys. What's in the box? What's in the box? Please no. Not the Olympics. Yes!
Oh, come on! Are you...
Come on. Please stop. I thought it was going to get worse. Oh, come on!
Corona time. Hey, it's Corona time right now.
Oh, man. Money!
We're going to be rich. Woo!
You're too much. You're too...
I know. Wealth.
Poverty.
We control everything.
Yes, we do.
Good luck pooping. Because of the
Toilet paper.
Yes.
And we're back. I hope that you guys enjoy all the Cool Carl videos. I love Cool Carl for the most part, anyway. He's not like hit and miss. He's mostly hit, and then he just puts in those videos that have like tons of awkward moments, like Michael Scott style. I'm not into those ones as much. But anyway, Hey, I just want to talk to you guys about a couple of things before I bring on our other summer intern, Sarah. She's going to come and talk with me for a few minutes. But before we get to that, this weekend is Virtual Fine Arts. You'll see the link come up on the bio on the Instagram tomorrow. We are going to be having services at 7:15 each night, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night this week, the 14th, 15th, 16th. So join us for that. We'll be hanging out on or through multiple streaming platforms, but we'll throw up all the links so you guys can come and watch that with us. We're excited. Thomas is going to actually be a part of Oregon Virtual Fine Arts. He's going to have a little cameo video in there. And we have a whole bunch of great content for you guys. We'll be worshiping together with the Evaluator Band, and then hear from some great speakers. Pastor Darren Poe, who's from our national office, will be there. Pastor Brian Eno, who's now our former Next Gen pastor, which that announcement kind of came out when you guys were heading into COVID, so a lot of you guys haven't heard that yet, but if you've been to our events in the past, Pastor Brian Eno had led our Next Gen ministries. He resigned from that position back in March, and Pastor Sean Silveri from Hope Church here in Albany has replaced him in that, and so Pastor Sean will be sharing on Saturday. But come join us for the whole weekend. It's going to be a great weekend. We're excited about each of those services. They're going to be about 45 minutes long each night, so just 7:15 to 8 o'clock. Come in, check them out. If you miss one, we'll have them online for you guys to watch later. But we'd love for you to join in live, and I'd love to see you making some comments and hanging out in the feed. So watch for that. Again, link in the bio tomorrow. Other stuff that's going on here at our church is a big week at our church, and for us as a youth group, and I'll get to some more of that in just a little bit. But this week, our church, Neighborhood Church, is electing or has a pastoral candidate up for election. Dan Clements, who was the associate pastor, had my job about 4 years ago here at our church, has come back and is candidating to be our lead pastor. And so the members of our church will be voting on him in a special drive-in service here at the church at 2 o'clock Sunday. So if you guys think about it, just be praying for our church, be praying for Pastor Dan and his family. And we would just ask that you guys join in, and we're very hopeful that's just a time of celebration as we vote this weekend. But just be praying with us, like I said, for that. And then here in a little bit, I'll have one other quick reminder / announcement. But right now, I want to bring up our other summer intern, Sarah. We already saw one, and then, oh yeah, you guys were both in the game too. I forgot. You had all that peanut butter on your face already. Yeah, you do smell like peanut butter. So tonight is kind of an impromptu thing. I asked her and Alexis. Alexis is going to be here with us next week doing an interview. And last week we kind of talked about, or we had you guys play a game in which you answered questions about yourselves and then had your faces smashed in flour. And also kudos to Thomas for the amazing intro video for the game earlier that was pictures of that game. That was pretty awesome. But I asked Sarah to join me tonight, and I'm just going to ask her some random questions about herself and her life, maybe even a little bit in terms of her walk with God. But I wanted her to take the opportunity real quick to share a little bit. So, first of all, I know you told everybody, did you mention last week when you were sharing where you're from? Did we talk about that? Okay, so I'm going to pass the mic over when I ask you these questions because they won't be able to hear you. So tell everybody where you're from first.
Yeah, so I was born in Portland, and then when I was 16, I moved to the Gorge and started going to church in Hood River.
I have a question. Did I speak in your youth group when you were there and not know it? Maybe. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, I did not know who you were then. I apologize for that. This is what happens when you do things live. Oopsie. So that's where you're from. That's where you grew up. It's very windy there. It's very windy in the Gorge, and all those people fly on surfboards with parachutes on them. It's a good time. And kites. They actually look more like kites. But what were some of your hobbies when you were growing up?
I don't know. I was kind of pretty chill. I did band, so I played flute in my band, so I was kind of a geek. I loved school, so I really spent my time doing homework, and I was just like a weird kid. I didn't play sports. I didn't do any of that, so.
Well, I think you will find that in most groups, in our youth group, you would probably have some friends. We have some band geeks in our youth group, that is for sure. We definitely do, and somebody's giving me a certain look right now. I might not want to use the term band geek. Would you say that there are band geeks, band geek?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Okay, great. So that gets me off the hook for that one. Well, besides like hobbies and interests and stuff, let's get down to some nitty gritty here. I'm a person who is totally okay with telling the world every horrible thing that I do. I told you a story that happened to me a couple days ago today. I would really love to hear if there is a time in which you publicly embarrassed yourself in a regrettable fashion. I'll give you just a second to think about yours. Because I have plenty of them. I'm sure you guys do too. Right now, at home, I want you to think about a time that you embarrassed yourself in public, like pretty good. And I'm not talking like, oh, my voice squeaked in class. You know, I understand, dudes. Like, we all go through that thing. I'm not talking about something like that. I'm like a legendary moment in your life that you were sure you will never forget. Okay, because the one I had this week, I might forget, but it was still really funny. I'll tell you about it later, person behind the camera. Anyway, did you think of one? All right, you guys think of yours, and when you see Sarah, I want you to tell her about yours because I'm making her do this right now. Ready?
So when I was a sophomore, I told this on the Instagram page already, but when I was a sophomore, me and my best friend would go to Taco Bell like 4 times a week. I don't know why we did that. It's horrible for our stomachs, but we did. And we were eating these burritos, right? And she made me laugh, and I snorted really, I had an entire mouthful of a nasty Taco Bell $1 burrito because I was in high school, so I was broke. And she made me laugh, and I spit my entire mouthful out on her face. And we kind of looked at each other, and I was like, did that seriously just happen? And she was like, it was just very silent. And she's like, it's okay. And I'm like, no, it's really not okay. I'm so sorry. Oh. I don't talk to her now. We're not friends. I hope it's not because of the burrito. Maybe just because I moved. But, it's kind of terrifying when your friend just spits an entire Taco Bell burrito on your face.
Yeah, you're definitely not friends because you spit a burrito on her face, just so you know. That's absolutely true. But, stuff happens. What are you going to do? We all make mistakes. We all do embarrassing things. One of the things, though, that we like to share with one another here in our youth group is we like to take the opportunity to tell a little bit of our story. You did that last week and shared testimony, but something really specific. A question that I always ask people is, have you always had a relationship with Christ, your whole life? Did you always know who he was, or was there a point at which that became reality for you? And what age was that?
Yeah, so I grew up in a home where we didn't go to church a lot. I went to VBS a lot growing up, but on a weekly basis, we didn't really go to church or anything. But I learned a lot of the ideals and the rules behind it and the whys and stuff. So I definitely grew up knowing about God and being saved, having a relationship with him. But I grew up very angry at God just for a lot of the things that I went through in my life. So when I moved to Hood River when I was 16, I was that was the moment I was like, oh, heck no, I'm done. But that was kind of when I started actually going to church and youth group, and then my youth pastor ended up coming in, and so that's kind of when I was like, okay, this is actually cool. So that's kind of when I started developing my own relationship and the whys and the want to behind it, and not just, oh, I'm doing this because my parent told me that it's something that we do.
That's awesome. And I know for all of us, that comes at a different point in time. And I think I've shared my story about when I was 5 years old, and I actually attended this church when it was in a different location. And our pastor at the time, Pastor Gary, prayed salvation prayer with me after a Sunday night service. But, I think for all of us, the walk with God becomes a reality later on in life. And I know that right now we have a lot of students who, might be watching this, that their walk with God really has been developing, and it's getting stronger. But now they find themselves kind of at home and alone, and not around that community of believers. And it's a tough time for all of us. Being really honest with you guys, it's tough. Just because we feel like we have more time because we don't have these obligations, necessarily going to school, getting dressed for the day, who's going to know if I don't brush my teeth, you know, that kind of thing. I'm getting some judgmental eyes in this room. I want you to know that. But you know, just because we have all that time doesn't necessarily mean we're making right choices with that time. And so more just to make the point, is there anything that you would say to the students at home today, just to encourage them in their walk, you know, and just anything that you found useful over the last couple of years of your life as that's become a reality for you that they could use?
Yeah, so when I started going to church, we actually ended up moving again, and so I lived about half an hour from my home church. And my parents have a little bit of different, like, ideals and stuff. They don't really believe in some of the same things AG churches do, and so I started having my own ideas, and, you know, just growing my personal faith. And I found myself in that position, although I wasn't stuck at home like we are now. I did not feel, like, connected or anything to, you know, my family, and just, it's hard. I get, like, where you would be with that. And I would just encourage you to reach out. Like, Matt's here. I know Kelly would still be willing to talk to you guys. Me and Alexis are here. Just use your resources and try to surround yourself with people as much as you can, even though it's not face-to-face. We have Instagram, all that stuff. So.
Awesome. Well, before we finish up with this part of our evening tonight, we wanted to remind you guys that this week is Kelly's last week with us, and she starts in Lebanon next week with her new youth group and church there, and we are super pumped for her. She did an amazing job with us this last year. I know you guys have loved your time with her, and we just want to encourage you to reach out to her this week and show her some love on Instagram. You know, send her a message, send her your favorite meme, whatever, and just let her know that you love her and you're thinking about her as she transitions into this new position. She is now Pastor Kelly, and that is super awesome. So love on her this week if you would. We had a little technical glitch earlier, and so we are uploading right now her sermon onto YouTube, and we'll have that for you in just a few minutes. It'll take just a little bit. We weren't able to get it loaded in for the live stream today. Had a couple different problems with it, so our bad on that. But you can go watch that there on the YouTube page. We'll put that link into the Instagram bio here in just a little bit as soon as we get it uploaded so you guys can watch that. And just again, a reminder, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, every night, 7:15, be checking the bio on Instagram, watch our stories. We will be posting about Oregon Virtual Fine Arts. We hope you guys join us and come hang out. Let us know that you're there in the comments box, and we'll be looking for you. But have a great weekend. Make sure you check out Kelly's parting words to you guys in her sermon tonight. Just sometime before you go to bed tonight, go ahead and hit it up. But we'll see you guys soon, and we love you guys. Have a great weekend.